only when I came in this workshop I realized what a good photography is.
We learn quick, but because the way he teaches.
It made a big difference in how I would take my pictures before and after.
Hello, and I'm here at Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve as a part of my wildlife photography learning tour. I get asked a lot, Sudhir, what happens in your wildlife photography learning tour? What do we get to learn? Whom is it for? The teaching styles, the classroom sessions, the sessions in the wild, in the safari. What are the various things you get to learn as a part of this workshop? So everything will be documented as a part of this video. Not only that, some amazing moments in the wild, what we get to see, all those are documented and you get to know everything you always ask me about what happens in SSP Wildlife Photography Learning Tours. So, let's go. Participants are fully charged. They'll come in. Let's go in and say hello to the participants and let's start the workshop. Very warm welcome to all of you for this Bandhavgarh workshop. And so what I'll do now is give you a brief introduction about the overall flow of the workshop. So quickly, like as a part of this introduction, so each of you just tell your name, what equipment you are carrying for a quick capturing here, and then your key expectations from the workshop. What is it that you want to learn? So we'll start from here. So morning we leave, so 5:30 sharp we leave from here. So here we get started with our workshop with the very first safari here at Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve from the Tala zone. I generally start my workshop from Tala zone because this is one of the most beautiful zones in Bandhavgarh, and the team is really excited, looking forward to this workshop with a lot of learning and of course a lot of fun as well. First safari, I don't know where the tigers are, I don't know what we'll get, and that's the fun part of these workshops and the wildlife safaris. So, all the best to the entire team. As soon as you see what is happening in that situation, there is light falling on the jeep, similar to the spotlight effect.
Yeah.
Background, if you see, little bit shadow. So now in my mind I'll be okay, if I have to capture that, my exposure compensation I'll keep it at least minus.
Oh, nice.
This is a very nice image. That's a very. And while we are waiting here, so what I do is like the varied subjects, it could be the plants, it could be the bark of the tree. So I all these various subjects to like teach them the concept of photography, the fundamentals of photography. And that is how in the field practically they start learning. And spotted deer alarm calls, so probably like we'll go back now. As I said, like there are two tigers here, we're waiting for that. So since morning we went around going behind various subjects and of course the main tiger. So there were two tigers sitting inside but they did not come out, so we were taking a small break. Came here to the center point to have breakfast, which is all the parathas, plain parathas with sabji. sandwiches, fruits, and of course my favorite Maggie. So that is what we are planning to have here. Spend time, relax a little bit, do some discussions on photography, and then again we continue. Time for breakfast. So the best way to shoot the langur over there is get this out. Okay, the thumb, you should go like this. You don't have to sleep. DSLR, we used to do all the circles of sleeping on the ground, everything. Now no need to do any of that. So the langur is there. Come here. Okay. So get the angle right. Go low like this, and then you'll have to shoot. As a part of this morning session, so I'll be teaching all the participants how to arrive at the best camera settings for wildlife, as well as making sure that we don't go ahead and make too many changes in all these settings. What are those static settings which will work really well, and what are those variable settings which you just have to tweak to get the right exposure. And then along with that, we'll also cover the other very important point, which is metering. How it works, what to use for wildlife photography, when to use exposure compensation, how much to use. So these are all the things what we are going to learn as a part of this morning session. So let's get started. Zoom in all the way on the black bag and they shoot it. Don't make any changes for now. Huh.
Why I get this manual
So that is because you're in manual mode here. Aperture priority if you are, then you'll be able to do it. Okay. So zoom in completely on the black color bag, shoot it, play back and see the tonality. Are you able to see the overexposed black? Probably if you have included little green grass also, oh yeah, that's gone.
We are with Sudhir in Bandhavgarh. Obviously, the usual wildlife sighting of tigers and all that has been fantastic. The cherry on top is the courses and the instructions that Sudhir gives on exposure, composition, and everything related to photography. So if you get an opportunity, please don't miss it.
So we just concluded the composition presentation, and the participants could recollect the images what they had sent, what I explained, and they could feel the sea of difference between what should have been done and what they have done. So now it's basically a nice enlightenment for them. We still have 5 more safaris to go, and that is where I've given them the target, and also I've shared the assignments with them as to what kind of images I expect them to shoot. Now that they've gone through the composition chapter, I'm pretty sure they are going to create some absolutely mind-blowing images, which I'm going to review and give them feedback on. And all set now for dinner, and then tomorrow morning safari, and we continue it. So we were just driving down and we heard the alarm calls. We came and a big huge male tiger over here, we saw it, able to photograph a few very good images. And we're getting more alarm calls from this side, probably the mother. And in fact, our other vehicle saw one more cub here. So there are at least 3-4 tigers in this area now. It's a waiting game, so let's see. Today's presentation is all about autofocusing, especially with the advancement of the mirrorless technology, the kind of autofocusing what these mirrorless cameras provide. It's very important to understand that, especially for wildlife photography. And that is what we're going to cover in today's session. And also like practically get them to use it on me with tiger walking head on. How do you use that? All those things is what the session is all about. As usual, the participants are ready and let's get started.
I joined this workshop as a complete night photographer. I had a lot of expectations. Now after 4 days, I clicked some amazing shots. Now I got the tricks and methods how to capture those nice moments in wildlife. So it is a great support by Sudhir sir and the entire team.
For me, I used to call myself a mindless photographer, where I just used to click and I used to hope that everything works out fine in the image. But this changed my perspective of how I was looking at photography, what I need to change. I think it was wonderful. I would definitely recommend it for anybody else who wants to grow on that. And I'm probably going to do a couple more myself after this.
So the concept of why I have that competition in this workshop is for all of you to understand what it takes to participate and win a competition. I'll be making you all as the judges and I'll teach you how to judge an image. Which means by the end of that competition, you will know what does it take to judge an image and decide which is the winning image. Finally, we have come to the last night of the workshop, where we have a gala celebration, where we celebrate the learnings of the workshop, making new friends as a part of this workshop, and of course, photography. So that concludes my workshop, and hopefully like as a part of this, you got to know as to like what really happens as a part of my SSP Wildlife Photography learning tools. Take care, safe travels back. A lot of fun, learning, enjoying the whole workshop. Hope you got a flavor of everything. So looking forward to having you as a part of my wildlife photography learning tools. Do check out the link what I mentioned below and explore the various courses, the various destinations rather, and do sign up, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching and take care.